welcome after the break. If you can see me and hear me, can you please write back to me? Hi, is my voice good? Yeah? Well done, well done. Thank you. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's get into question number 4, task number 4, bank reconciliation. Yet again, I have a very popular bank reconciliation videos back in my early days. Look at this. I didn't have beard that time. Bank reconciliation. That was my, yeah, like, that was me back in, come on, let me see. I had no beard that time, 5, 6 years back. Much handsome. That's the same me, no worries. But that's a bank reconciliation quite yeah, people loves it. You see, 6 years back. Yeah, it's a good video. Also, there are two basically. This one as well. For very good videos. But let's get back to here. Yeah, you can check it out at your own time. Let's get back to our regarding bank reconciliation yet again. Like in this video, I was going over whatever I was talking. Same thing, same concept. Accounting it never gets older. It's the same concept. 6 years ago now or 10 years later, it's the same concept. Like what I was talking about here. Like I was talking about. Let me show you something, which is a. It's not. I'm not dancing there. You see. Look at this. Look at the move. I love at my own. It's not dancing, you see. It's the lecturing. There's a good. Yeah, you see, I was trying to show some with illustration, like bank prepares their account and we prepare our account. Yeah. So here about like unpresented check and outstanding lodgement. These are for timing differences. Yeah. But two things. One is update the cash book. From the bank statement, we take figures, update our cash book, and then we do the bank reconciliation. That's what we're going to do now. Because we have little time, we'll be a little faster here. This task is about reconciling the bank statement with the cash book. The cash book, Samuel's Firework Business, 30th June, shows this is the cash book, people. Cash book. It's basically, this is debit side, this is credit side, yeah? And this debit side means money in and credit side means money out. That's regarding bank. Do remember that. And that is a cash book. We prepare, accountants prepare that. And this is a bank statement, BS. Bank statement, bank people does it. And there should be some discrepancies. Number one, let me tell you, any online transfer, any bank charges, bank interest, direct debit, standing order, these are not known by us unless we see the bank statement. So as soon as we get the bank statement, we take those items, put in the cash book, make our cash book updated. This is a cash book. We need to make that updated from the bank statement items. That's number one. And number two, some items, only 2 items, unpresented check and outstanding lodgement. Those are in my cash book because I have given the check. I repeat, your unpresented check should be on the credit side of cash book, and outstanding lodgement should be on the debit side. Means maybe we have received the check or given the check, recorded in the cash book, not in the bank statement. That is could be the unpresent check or outstanding lodgement. We need to put that into the bank reconciliation statement. So there are some figures. Boom, 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 boom. There's the way of doing it in my old video, new video, anytime. A universal way of teaching is you tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. Don't bother about the balance. This balance and that balance is different. Why? Because of timing difference. Yeah, because of timing difference. That's the general. What we do is cash book debit means money paid in into the bank. Yeah, money paid in into the bank. And cash book credit means money paid out from the bank. Right? Right. So you see, K Huck 324. And 320, we can tick, you can tick. Means it is recorded in the cash book, recorded in the bank statement. We don't need to do anything. C. Smith, 1456, 1456, tick, tick. It's written both everywhere. M. Singh, yep, 2435, 2435, all recorded. don't bother about S. Jones because it's just 2nd or 1st of the month. This came from last month, so we don't bother about it. This came from the last month. We don't bother about this. Nothing to do with it. But this 1, 2, 3 items are here. 1, 2, 3 items are here. How about 325 at almost nearly end of the month? We have received a check, recorded in the cash book, not shown in my bank statement. What do you think is that? What is the name of it? I have written it here. This is OL, outstanding lodgement. Yeah, that's your outstanding lodgement. What to do? I will tell you. Just find it out that this is outstanding lodgement. Yeah, you either add or less at the end of the bank report slip. Then again, you tick like 2232. Dinah, we paid a check to Dinah. Recorded. Tick off, tick off. Fire safety 1943. Is it given here anywhere? No. So that could be your unpresented check. How about 120, Guido? 120 is written. Yes. Check number 23. Forget about check number. It's just 120. It's take off. So you see, highlighting for you. This is outstanding lodgement and this is unpresented check. Write it down. I'll tell you what to do later on. But there are some unticked items into the bank statement. So number one is this 560, a transfer from W. Smithers. When someone transferred us money into the bank, but we didn't know unless we received the cash book. So you need to write it into the cash book debit side. That's how we update it. Also, I'd like to show you something like, look at this, taking the calculator. Not much needed, but still like to. You see our cash book balance is 6988, yeah? 6988. But bank says we have minus 6750. So 238 is the difference. 238 is the difference because that is balance and that is balance. The difference is 238. You know why it is? That is because of timing difference from last month. You don't need to be bothered about it, but for your knowledge, I'm showing you why it has happened. Because of, you see, we have a check 678 and another check 440 because of that 678. 678, yeah, 678 minus 440, 238. You see, because of these two, we have it. So what I meant to say is you need to ignore these two items. You absolutely ignore 678 and 440, nothing to do in this bank reconciliation statement. Let's start from the zero again. What we do in a bank reconciliation? We update our cash book first. How do we do that? You see 560 transfer receipt. Someone gave us money, recorded in my bank statement, but I didn't record in my cash book. Write it down. Write it down here. Like 560. Job done. How about direct debit? It's not recorded. Write it down. How about bank charges? Not recorded. Write it down. Yeah. That's it. Like only two items, we need to write it down in our cash book. 130 and 13. That's basically it. So basically, I'm changing the color of my pen. We have done this 560 on the debit side, 130 direct debit on the credit side of the cash book, 13 bank charges on the credit side of the cash book, and the bank reconciliation is two part. Part one is done. Part one is done. Our cash book will be updated. After updation of the cash book, we need to do the part two. I'm changing the color of the pen, purple. Here. Part two is this basically. Outstanding lodgement and unpresented check. These are recorded in the cash book, not in the bank statement. You need to bring it down in the bank statement in a systematic manner. What is the systematic manner? The question they asked you. Update the cash book. You see, we have a cash book closing balance, 7233. Erasing most of it. 7233. Do you think this is the correct one? Answer is no. Why not? Because this 560 was not there. This 130 minus was not there. This 13 minus was not there. Yeah, these are, where do you get it from? The bank statement. So how do you make it correct? 560 came from W. Smith or somewhere. No? Where? Transfer Smith, this one. Any order you can write. 560 was debit. You need to write that. Then there are a couple of credits, like how much was the credit? 130 and 13, isn't it? 130 and 13. And what were they? 130 was a DD. You can write direct debit and bank charges. I need to look for those in the option. Bank charges 13. Bank, you choose this one, bank charges, and DD, direct debit. We're updating our cash book balance. We had this balance, but with that balance, we need to add 560 and minus these two. Do you agree that credit means minus? Then whatever is the balance, yeah, this plus that minus that. You can do of your with your calculator, like 7233 plus 560 you have received minus, we gave some money, but we couldn't write because we didn't have the bank statement. And now we have the bank statement. Now 7650 is my answer. 7650. That's how you update your cash book. Makes sense, yeah? If it is difficult, watch those two videos on this one, bank reconciliation. Definitely gonna help you. You will master it. Then that is part one. I repeat, people, bank reconciliation is two part. Part one, update your cash book from the bank statement items. Then part two, do the bank reconciliation statement. There are two ways. One, start with balance per bank statement. Like this is part two. They started with balance per bank statement. In the question, go to the bank statement. There's a balance. This is closing balance. 9268. 9268. Now, if you start with balance per bank statement, add outstanding lodgement less unpresented check. That is the formula. Repeat. This is a formula. You need to write it down. You need to remember. If you start with bank statement balance, add outstanding lodgement less unpresented check. You can start balance per cash book. You see, this is our cash book balance. We could have started with this one. Then it's opposite. Add unpresented check less outstanding lodgement, which I showed in my video. Generally, that's how we do. But here, both correct way. You start with balance per bank statement, add outstanding lodgement. Tell me how much is the outstanding lodgement? What is your outstanding lodgement? Outstanding lodgement, come on. Do you agree that Lopez is our outstanding lodgement? 325, yes? So we got to add that. 325 here, basically, here, Lopez. 325 and less unpresented check. What is your unpresented check? You find both of these items from the cash book. And do you agree it's fire safety 1943? Yeah, fire safety 1943 fire safety 1943. It's a minus. What is the figure? That's how you reconcile. Can you help me with the calculation? 9268 plus 325 minus 1943
7650.
Thank you very much. Does it reconcile? And the answer is yes. It reconciles with this figure. Makes sense?
No balance.
Yeah, it balance. And that's how you do. Let's move to the next question. Question number 5. Oh, that was for 12 marks. Yeah. And question number 5 is journal. Now, another hectic but easy peasy. I have superb items of videos there. Journal. This is the last part, basically. Journal. All the way journal. How many questions? 5, 6, 7, 8. Journal and trial balance. Yeah. Journal. Debit, credit. Again, journal means debit, credit. But what else? When we go into the suspense account, I have some mnemonic. Let's read and try to do that. Question number 5. Identify 2 of the following situation would be a correct use of journal. When do we do journal? Any error correction using debit, credit, or even through suspense account, we do journal. For general notes or general writing, we don't do journal. So 1, 2, 3, 4 items I'd like to read. Alex thinks he may have. It may have. We don't do any journal on a may have, to be honest, but still reading it. Spent entertaining bills, then currently showing the entertaining expense account. You'll therefore process an extra debit by the journal. We don't do that, remember. Nikki has reviewed her receivables listing and has identified customer who owes 300, 2 years overdue, no longer trading, but writes the balance off. This is an irrecoverable debt, and we do journal on that. Irrecoverable debt debit, receivables credit. So that's the answer. Mike has noticed his repairs and maintenance expenses are much larger than he would expect. Investigation, he identifies that asset acquired for 4,000 has been incorrectly coded to repair. You know, is the error principle looks like, yeah. Asset written into the expense, error of principle, do remember. He wishes to correct this by debiting the asset. He needs to do that way. Yeah, credit, repair, debit expense, asset. Yeah. Have you ever heard cop car regarding journal? Never, yeah? YouTube today, yeah? YouTube today, you will find something interesting. Cop car, or some teachers teaches rob cop car. Cop car is an error, which you do journal on that, but that doesn't affect your trial balance. It doesn't create any suspense, but still these are errors and you might correct it. What do you mean by that? Commission, omission, principal, compensating original entry, reversal of entry. I will, do I have it somewhere here? Somewhere here, here. Cop car. When did somewhere I have done cop car. Ooh, when, where? Somewhere maybe, but let's go, keep going, then we'll learn more. Here's journal has been recorded in the accounting system. Journal number this. Payroll liability, credit, and payroll expenses, that much was meant to be paid, but there are some HMRC, like taxes is this much, then more HMRC, more of the items are there, and this is basically pay, national insurance of employee and employer and all. But what is the question basically? Look at this. Prior to this journal, the balance on the payable liability, these are all liability. Credit side means liability. On to three. These are liability. Accounts was a debit balance. You see, before doing this thing, we had a debit balance of 59. Yeah. So they're asking, after the journals being processed, what will be the revised balance? Let me tell you what we do. This is our credit balance. Take that into account, like PAYE. To HMRC, then employees NIC, employers NIC. All these we are liable, but this one is a debit account. These are credit, remember. And this one is a debit account. So we just need to minus from this total. Can you please get a total of these three? Any one of you. I'm gonna bring my big calculator, but I forgot. 4, 6 plus. I'm doing a plus. How much? 5308. And from that, minus 59. 1564. Yeah, 5308 minus 50. 5249. Yeah, 5249. We are still liable. That's it. Sweet and simple. It's just kind of T account. If I meant to do a VAT T account, I would have done BD 59 and rest of the items here. And we do a balance sheet debit, and that's what we get. That's all right. But let's go to the next one. There's a bit of invoice from us to them. What is being asked? There is a roof tile replacement, a total of 720 being invoiced. There is a VAT and there is an amount due. But what is being asked? Complete the journal entries below irrecoverable. Yeah, irrecoverable. That's an expense. Do you agree with me? Yeah. So how much is irrecoverable? 780 is irrecover. And 156 is VAT reversed from the HMRC. I repeat, VAT is going to be reversed from the, if it is reversed, so it's debit. We're going to get back. So irrecoverable is an expense that is debit anyway. VAT going to get back, that is debit. And the whole amount, which is this, your receivables will be wiped out. Like if you meant to do a receivables, trade receivables account, which side you write the irrecoverable? On the credit, don't you? Yeah, on the credit, like irrecoverable. And that's what we're going to do. So irrecoverable debit by 780, VAT debit by 156, and trade receivables ledger control account, which is this basically. Receivables ledger control account is credit by the full amount, 936. This is journal, guys. Irrecoverable debit, VAT debit, receivables credit, receivables control account credit. That's it. Let's check the answer quickly, fast. Updating the cash book. We started with the cash book balance. Direct debit is a minus. Oh, they started with the minus. Any order is accepted. I think we started with what? Plus. Any order is no problem. You don't get any mark lose. Am I understood? You don't lose any marks. Like plus, minus, anywhere you can write. Don't worry about it. Minus, minus, plus, and that's what you get it. And here you need to follow the order, because add outstanding lodgement less unpresented check, and you get this. That was correct. And here about Nikki and Mike is the right answer. We got a right answer here. Here is also order is no problem. Irrecoverable debit, VAT control debit, receivables credit. We write the debit first. Here is the PPP people, they have written the credit first. You don't get any, I mean, you don't lose any marks. Makes sense, yeah? You don't lose any marks. That's absolutely correct. So that was good. We have finished another question, number 5. Moving into question number 6, and more of the journals. Regarding the journals, I showed you a little bit of COPCOR, and let me see if I find some more. Yeah, there is a COPCOR. Can you see COPCOR accounting errors? Yeah, on screen, please, Holly. COPCOR, please check it out at your own time. And suspense account should have somewhere. Where is the suspense account? I have some videos on suspense account. No. Trial balance, maybe somewhere. Better to check it. Very popular videos. If it comes across, I will teach you here. This task is about using journal to correct errors. There you go. A suspense account is shown in the trial balance. It's a temporary account, isn't it? To balance the trial balance, right? So, identify 2 of the following statements that are correct about the suspense account. Look, it's very, very tricky. This one and that one is very tricky. The suspense account must not remain in the ledger, but may be allowed in the trial balance. That's wrong. A suspense account should not be in the ledger, should not be into the trial balance. Am I understood? Suspense account, using a trial, using error of correction, you wipe it out in a systematical manner. So this is not the answer. An error of reversal will give rise to suspense account. Remember, COPCOR error doesn't create suspense. COPCOR, I'm writing for you. Sorry, like not C-O, where shall I write? Here, C-O-P-C-O-R, COPCOR, commission, omission. You write as well. Principal, compensating, original entry. If you don't understand my handwriting, ask me. Reversal, I'm saying it anyway. Reversal. Commission, omission, principal, compensating, original entry, reversal. These error doesn't create suspense. Yeah. It is shown into the trial balance. It is not shown by the trial balance, sorry. What creates suspense then? Only 3 types of errors. Like written it twice, single entry errors, written it twice, Like uh, 200 cells, you have written 400 into the cells, nothing in the other one. Overstated, understated, these types of errors. Okay, coming back here. So reversal of error falls into the COPCOR. Does it create suspense? Answer is no. Error of reversal makes a suspense? No. Omission, commission, reversal, compensating principle, these does not create suspense. You just do error of correction, that's it. What creates suspense? Single entry error, written it twice, overstated, understated. Yeah, this type of error creates suspense. So this is not, that doesn't look the answer to me. What is the answer then? Suspense accounts created temporary, enable to the trial balance to balance. That's true. A balance omission error will give rise to a balance omission error will give rise to a suspense account balance. You see, a balance omission. It's balance, not just omission, a balance they set. This is one-sided balance. From you forgot to write into the trial balance. You should have written TB. One of the items you didn't take into the trial balance. This is not like completely omission. One, the total balance is forgot because they asked for two. These two, this is definitely the right answer, and this is the most appropriate, nearest most appropriate answer. You see, according to their way of question. But question should be more clear. Let's go to the next one. We identify whether each of the errors described below would or would not be disclosed. Shown, disclosed by trial balance. Like, will create suspense. This is basically COPCOR. Not shown in a trial balance. Not detected by trial balance. Will not create a suspense because COPCOR will not. What makes a suspense is disclosed by trial balance, creates a suspense, and that is posted only one side. Yes, single entry, single side, written twice, over understated, that creates a suspense. K recorded a payment from a customer this, but this should have been this. What is the name of this error? Original entry. Do you agree with me? Original entry. Yeah. So both sides you have recorded the mistake. Like it should be 450, you have written 550, 540. Debit and credit both. This is an original entry. COPCOR, original. This O makes sense. Another one is omission. So it will not be shown into the trial balance, not be detected by the trial balance. So this will not create a suspense account. Let's read the next bits. Vicky and Barbara run a small business, showing badge for school kids, operate a manual accounting system, trial balance. Trial balance show debit and credit. Yes. What is the meaning of suspense? Debit and credit will not balance. Same is happening here. How much is the difference? Isn't it a good idea to get it? Yeah, get it, please. Debit is lower, right? So 21,341 minus 18,384. How much? 2,957. Is better to write it down. Whether needed, whether not needed. 2,957. Yeah, 2,957 is. You see, we open a suspense account. And on the debit side, we write TBD, trial balance difference 2,957. I couldn't find the video. I had a very popular video on the suspense account. Yeah, there is go. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one, suspense account. At first you do the journal, then you do the suspense account. Yeah, definitely helpful. I wanted to give you these videos time by time, but I couldn't get enough time to send over the email. That's why I'm showing on the video. Coming back to the point, guys, look at this. There are two errors only, and you need to correct it using the journal method and then find out the suspense accounts. So I'd like to, what is the balance on the suspense account? We already found it, 2,957. 2,957. And which side I have recorded the balance? On the debit side, isn't it? Because debit side was the balance. So it's the debit balance. DR. Nice and good, yeah? Time is ticking. Okay, then, there we go. In number C, there are a couple of corrections here. Look at this. Total of the sales daybook was this. When processing this to the general ledger, Vicky credited both sales account and receivables account. You see, sales credit is fine, but receivables cannot be credit. Sales credit, it's a credit sales. Sales daybook means credit sales. How do you do double entry? Sales account credit, right? Receivables debit. Am I understood? Huh? But you didn't do that. You have credited both sales account and receipt. There we get it wrong. You should have debited the receivables. So how do you make it correct? Already they gave you a double figure. Like you need to do it twice. You need to do it twice. You should have credited debited first hand 1492. So if you do 1492 double, 1492 times by 2, then you got 2984. 2984, 1492. You need to do debit that and credit suspense. Then again, debit that and credit suspense. So basically receivables ledger control account, receivables ledger control account, debit and suspense credit. That's how you do. Yep. And how do you know it's suspense? Because it's one-sided error. Other side, sales is correct. Sales is correctly recorded. So you need to correct the obvious error, which is receivables debit, suspense credit. That is the fundamental rule of suspense account. I repeat, in a suspense account, one side will be obvious error. Correct it. The opposite would be your suspense account. Let's go to the next one. In May, Barbara paid a gas bill. She correctly credited the cash book credit, yeah, but recorded in the debit side of the utility expense. Forget about the next part. Let's do, oh my gosh, and this is a wrong figure. Wrong figure. Still one-sided error. There are two errors together. One-sided error creates suspense, number one. This is not core error. This is one-sided error. It will be suspense, and there is a balance. 125 and 152. There's a problem as well. Let's read the first entry. Paid a gas bill. How do you do the double entry? Gas bill debit and bank credit, isn't it? If you pay by bank. Yeah, we should have done that one. So credited the cash book, like bank account or cash book or cash account credit. That's correct. There's no problem. But, and debit, even you debited the expense, but did you debit with the correct amount? You have debited too high. You debited by 152, whereas it should have been 125. Yeah? How much is the difference? 127, I believe. 150. Come on. 152 minus 125. You see, you have debited this utility by 27 higher. Make it lower. How do you make it lower? In accounting, by writing the opposite side, by making it credit. You need to make credit your item here. There we go. Utility expense credit and suspense debit. That's how we do it. Shall we check the answer? This should be correct. And yes. And receivables is twice. Yeah, double happened. The way they gave us, the way we need to write it down. It could have done receivables debit suspense credit by half, and then again the same thing. Bit of explanation given. Whatever I have explained, same thing they should have. You can check it out. I'll give you the answer sheet at the end of the, you WhatsApp me or email me. I will give you the answer sheet. Couple of more questions. Oh, in fact, quite a few. We have very few time. I will call you, you join again, yeah? Because we meant to be here until 12:30, so we will finish the book. So number seven for 10 marks, initial trial balance. Let me tell you something. This is a T account, yeah? This is a bank account. Then another T account, VAT control. Bank is mostly debit account, but this time I can feel it's a credit account. I mean, overdrawn. VAT is credit account. So that's here. Discount allowed is a debit account. Discount allowed is a debit account. Yep. And payables ledger is a credit account. And that's it. Hold on. Now, do you know, in this video, today's topic, somewhere I told you from ledger account, these balances, where do you transfer? These balances, ledger balances, you transfer it to the TB, trial balance. Can you see my first video, Learn Accounting Within an Hour? Like, what is the process of accounting? At first, we collect data. Number one. Then number two, we put in the sales day book. Number three, we make ledger account, which is this in front of you, ledger account. And from ledger, we put into the trial balance. And from there, income statement and balance sheet. That's an accountant does. Yeah. That's what we meant to do here. So I believe shall I not give you to do this one? I should give you 5 minutes time. Do this one, get the balances, yeah? Like bank, VAT, discount allowed, and payables. Get the balances and write down the figures here. Like bank, if it is debit account, right here, credit right there. VAT must be credit, and it could be anything. If it's debit here, and payables definitely credit. And yeah, that's it. Then add up together. Oh, discount allowed is definitely debit, isn't it? So I'm giving you 10 minutes. It's my time to enjoy and your time to do some work. 10 minutes to finish this question. And after 10 minutes, you join in because I need to pull you back. Makes sense, yeah? 10 minutes, like is 11:37, 11:47. By 11:47, you finish. You can WhatsApp me, yeah? Oh, my WhatsApp number is 0798 3171108. Yeah, that is my WhatsApp number. 0798 3171108. So 10 minutes given to do this question, and your TikTok is going on. Balance sheet transfer to the trial balance. Boom, boom.